the crown of glory.
He is a man of God's own heart. And I would say that it is time for America to open up its heart, to open up her heart, and to receive this gift from God, who has come among us as one who stands in the Spirit of Jesus the Christ to lead all of us in the work of restoration. If you open up your hearts to receive him, your minds will follow.
Dr. Chen Hong Kwok, chairman of both the IIFWP and IIPC, took the podium and explained the significance of the day's event. He then introduced the Reverend Dr. Sun Myung Moon.
True Father and true Mother Moon are surely the champions of peace and reconciliation, the king and the queen of peace, and the king of kings of the second and the third Israel.
The highlight of the occasion was the Crown of Peace ceremony, which was held in an atmosphere of reconciliation, love, and respect.
Parents are now receiving the mantle. Religious leaders
God's painful heart was eased, and hope for humanity elevated. Indeed, it was a moment engendering great optimism for the future.
Religious leaders of the world, the Honorable Roscoe Bartlett, representing the United States.
An announcement to God was read aloud. Commendations from present and former heads of state were presented, including those from President Kasey Note of the Marshall Islands, former Indonesian President Abdurrahman Wahid, and from Congressman Dennis Hastert, the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives. With delegates from the world's nations, peoples, and faiths in attendance, regal robes and crowns were offered to Dr. and Mrs. Sun Myung Moon by prominent Protestant and Catholic religious leaders and congressmen of the United States, followed in procession by representatives of Islam, Judaism, and the world's religions. This was greeted with thunderous applause.
이 자리에 선 여러분의 문은 들은 여러분과 똑같은 육신을 쓰고 사는 한 사람이기도 하지만은 하늘의 선들을 놓고는 60억 전 인류를 구원하여 하늘 앞으로 원상 회복시켜야 할 천명을 받고 이 세상에 내려온 하나님의 전권 대사인 것을 알아야 할 것입니다.
The declaration of God's fatherland and the era of the peace kingdom. The realization of God-centered true families and a world of peace. A flood of emotions filled Reverend Moon's heart as he proclaimed the fundamental, concrete, eternal plan for peace. Tears came to his eyes. He had invested 33 years of his life in America from 1971 as he rose from the position of servant of servants to become the King of Peace. Like the Roman Empire 2,000 years ago, America, a Christian nation, stood with the mission of realizing God's ideal and spreading this ideal to the world. Knowing this, Reverend Moon was able to endure the racial discrimination and religious persecution he encountered, overcoming these with love and devotion. Father and Mother Moon proclaimed the dawning of a new movement called the Family Federation for the Ideal Kingdom through peaceful unification of heaven and earth. Senators and congressmen and representatives of all the families of the world joined in. God's fatherland is the ideal heavenly kingdom of cosmic peace and unity. From the beginnings of the universe and on into eternity, from a single being to every being, spreading peace and unity throughout heaven and earth with God's true love, the kingdom of heaven has now begun. In the 21st century, our sinful history is going to melt away. A new era of the unity of heaven and earth, of spirituality and reason, and of East and West has now begun. Reverend Moon received heaven's call in 1930.